A pot of aloe vera, if placed in the right spot, can lock in the flow of money in your home. But if placed in the wrong place, your wealth might quietly slip away without you even realizing it. Hello, I am Master Zhen. In Feng Shui, wealth is not just about how much money you earn. It is also about your ability to keep it and maintain a stable flow of income within your living space. A house may have the potential to bring in good income, but if the energy anchor points are arranged improperly, wealth energy will struggle to gather. When energy flow is unstable, money tends to come and go quickly, making prosperity feel fragile and unsustainable. That is why Feng Shui in the home is not only about attracting more wealth, but about creating a space where wealth energy can stay for the long term. When energy is guided in the right direction and retained within your living environment, only then can money truly accumulate, grow, and nurture long-term stability for your family. In today's video, we are going to explore the right and wrong places to put an aloe vera plant in your home so you can avoid losing wealth and keep good fortune present in your space. But before we begin, go ahead and drop a positive affirmation in the comments below. This will help open up your flow of wealth energy starting right now. Something like, I take care of my home with great intention so that wealth always finds its way to me and stays for a long time. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on Feng Shui tips that help your family keep blessings, protect your money, and nurture long-lasting prosperity over time. So where should you place an aloe vera plant in your home to activate wealth, maintain good fortune, and help positive energy flow steadily and consistently? Let us find out right now so you do not miss out on valuable opportunities that could bring prosperity to your family. The first location, the hallway. The hallway is an important transitional area in a home. It is the space through which all energy must pass before it spreads into the main living areas. Unlike places like the living room or bedroom that need to gather energy, the hallway is constantly in motion. If the hallway is too empty, energy moves through it quickly, rushing in and out, making it hard to maintain the stability that wealth energy needs. When you place an aloe vera plant in the hallway, it acts as a natural regulator that slows down the movement of energy. With its thick, water-filled leaves and upward growth, aloe vera has properties of collecting and holding energy, preventing the energy passing through the hallway from scattering too quickly. This is a very practical principle of balance. In areas where energy moves fast, there needs to be something that slows it down to create long-term stability. When aloe vera is placed correctly in the hallway, the overall atmosphere tends to feel calmer and more orderly. The energy is not blocked, but it no longer rushes. This subtle shift affects the rhythm of the household, how people think, make decisions, and even how well they manage money. A balanced hallway helps distribute energy evenly throughout the house instead of letting it pool in some areas or leak away through others. When the living space has a clear rhythm, people are less likely to feel anxious or rushed, and that leads to better financial decisions with less waste. Aloe vera in the hallway does not create money, but it helps form the kind of environment where wealth can stay and grow naturally instead of being swept away by small but repeated disruptions. The key to making aloe vera work in the hallway is tidiness and regular care. Because this area is often overlooked, plants placed here are easily forgotten. If the aloe becomes dusty, with broken or wilted leaves, its life energy weakens, and the hallway starts to feel stagnant. Keeping the plant clean, with well-drained soil and leaves gently wiped from time to time, helps maintain a steady energy flow. When aloe vera stands healthy and still in the hallway, it creates a gentle anchor for the moving energy, allowing good things that enter the home to settle in and stay longer. This helps build financial stability and a lasting sense of security for your household. The second location, to the left of the front door, the left side of the front door, when viewed from the outside looking in, is considered the starting point of energy entering the home. It is the very first area that receives outside energy before it spreads throughout the rest of the house. When this spot is clean, stable, and full of life, the entire home benefits. Placing aloe vera in this location is not about magically attracting money. Instead, the plant acts like an energy buffer. Its upright leaves and firm structure offer protection and balance, helping incoming energy flow in a steady, calm rhythm. When energy enters the home in an orderly way, money tends to follow a more consistent and less unpredictable pattern. What matters most here is balance and proportion. The aloe vera should not be too large, and it should not block the pathway, because the front door still needs to remain open and breathable so energy can move freely. A neatly kept plant, placed slightly to the left, gives a feeling of being welcomed without obstruction. When entering a home like this, the first impression is usually one of peace, order, and comfort. That impression not only affects those living in the home, but also impacts how relationships, jobs, and financial opportunities approach. A stable space helps people make more clear-headed decisions, avoid mistakes, and in doing so, manage money more effectively than any financial trick ever could. Aloe vera in this spot works quietly, never drawing attention, but its effects are persistent and long-lasting. Taking care of the aloe vera placed by the front door should be seen as part of maintaining your wealth foundation. The plant should not be allowed to dry out. Its leaves should remain whole and healthy, and the pot should not be chipped or broken. These small details directly reflect how energy is maintained in the home. When the plant is thriving, the area around the front door often feels protected and less likely to experience unexpected disruptions. This is not a superstition, it is the natural harmony between your environment and your mindset. A clean, lively entrance sets the tone for everything that begins inside the home. Over time, that sense of stability becomes the root of wealth preservation, financial calm, and a solid foundation for slow but steady growth. The third location, a covered balcony. The balcony is the space where your indoor life meets the outdoor environment. It receives sunlight, wind, and the natural rhythms of the surrounding world, which means the energy there is open and ever-changing. If the balcony is completely empty, energy enters and disperses too quickly, making it hard to retain the stability that wealth needs. When aloe vera is placed on a covered balcony, it becomes a balancing force between motion and stillness. The roof or covering reduces the scattering of energy, while aloe vera helps maintain rhythm and prevents the energy entering the home from immediately escaping. This approach is grounded in practical balance between nature and living space, not wishful thinking that money will just appear. This aloe vera placement is especially suitable for townhouses and apartments where space is limited and airflow is more affected by external conditions. When placing a plant here, choose a spot with gentle light. Avoid all-day direct sunlight, which can dry out and weaken the plant. A healthy aloe vera on the balcony gives a sense of support, making the balcony more than just a place for drying laundry or storing extras. When this space is well maintained, it brings a calming effect to the entire home. That stability does not come from blind belief, but from living in a well-organized environment with life energy and a place for energy to rest. When the balcony is no longer a place where energy scatters, the interior of the house feels less affected by chaos. This creates better conditions for maintaining steady, long-term finances. The success of using aloe vera on a balcony depends on order and consistency. If the balcony is cluttered, dirty, or has standing water, the energy becomes heavy and the plant cannot fulfill its balancing role. The plant should be placed at a moderately high spot, not completely hidden, so it can observe the airflow. When the aloe is well cared for, with strong green leaves, it generates a stable energy field that allows the balcony to receive energy without letting it escape. Over time, this stability flows inward, creating peace of mind and reducing unnecessary fluctuations in both daily life and finances. This is the foundation that allows wealth not only to arrive, but to stay and grow naturally. The fourth location, the bedroom. The bedroom is the most calming and restful area of a home. It is the space where your body rests, your mind quiets down, and your personal energy gets restored every day. That is why any Feng Shui element placed in the bedroom should not aim to activate strong energy, but instead to stabilize and nourish it. Aloe Vera, with its slow growth, moisture-retaining nature, and upward-facing leaves, fits this principle when placed correctly. In the bedroom, aloe vera does not directly attract wealth. Its role is to help maintain a balanced energy state, which indirectly supports wise financial decisions and the ability to hold on to money. When sleep is deep and the mind is steady, people are less likely to feel anxious or impulsive, leading to fewer wasteful financial choices. Feng Shui in the bedroom is always about keeping blessings first. Only then comes the ability to manage money well. However, aloe vera should be placed at a reasonable distance from the bed. It should not be too close to your head or where you sleep, because even soft energy from a living plant has movement. The best place is near a window, on a low shelf, or in a softly lit corner, where the plant can grow calmly without interfering with your personal energy field. When placed properly, aloe vera helps purify the air and create a cool, quiet feeling. This is especially helpful for older adults or those who often worry about money and the future. A peaceful sleeping space allows the body to recover better, and that recovery is the foundation for sustained energy and long-term mental clarity. The key to placing aloe vera in the bedroom is moderation and regular care. There should only be one small, tidy plant, not too many, as that would make the room feel overly energetic. The plant must stay healthy, with no yellowing or dry leaves, because a weak plant in the bedroom can create a feeling of stagnation or fatigue. When the bedroom stays calm, clean, and thus gently energized, personal energy is nourished and stabilized night after night. Now that you have learned about the ideal places to place aloe vera in your home to support wealth and keep good fortune flowing, there is one more important thing to remember. Not every location in the house is suitable. Some spots, when chosen incorrectly, can quietly drain your finances and cause disruptions in energy that are hard to trace. The first location to avoid, the center of the home. The center of the home plays a key role in coordinating energy for the entire living space. All the energy that enters from the front door, windows, or balcony must either pass through or be influenced by this central area before spreading to other rooms. That is why the center of the home should remain open, light, and stable, not occupied by elements that strongly pull or hold energy. Aloe vera, with its vibrant life force and natural tendency to retain and accumulate energy, can cause the energy in this area to slow down too much when placed in the center. This does not cause immediate problems, but it creates a heavy, less flexible feeling throughout the home. When energy is held in the center for too long, other areas of the house receive uneven energy, some too much, some too little. This imbalance disrupts the natural rhythm of daily life. Financially, this may show up as money not flowing at the right time, arriving when you do not need it and delayed when you do. It becomes harder to manage, and the people living in the house may feel stuck, unmotivated, or indecisive. This is not bad luck. It is simply the natural outcome of a disrupted energy center. Aloe Vera, in this case, instead of helping, ends up blocking the flow of financial energy. A clear sign of this problem is that the shared living space starts to feel heavy, even if the plant looks green and healthy. The center of the home is like the heart of the living space. It needs continuous and gentle circulation. When too much energy gets trapped in one spot, its ability to distribute that energy throughout the home is weakened. This has a direct impact on work efficiency, relationships, and the ability to seize financial opportunities. These effects tend to happen slowly, so they often go unnoticed or are blamed on other things. The best solution is to avoid placing live plants, especially aloe vera, at the center of the home. This space should be kept clean, bright, and clear of obstructions so energy can circulate naturally. If you have already placed aloe vera here, simply move it to a more suitable spot like a hallway, a covered balcony, or an area with gentle light. Once the center of the home regains its openness, energy flow will rebalance, daily activities will feel lighter, decisions will come easier, and your wealth will start flowing at the right pace and in a more sustainable way. The second location to avoid: the kitchen. The kitchen has long been seen as the heart of nourishment and vitality in a home. It is not just a place for cooking, but a symbolic wealth vault, a space that represents the ability to accumulate and maintain long-term stability. The energy of the kitchen is clearly fire-based, warm, steady, and vital for the smooth flow of financial energy. Aloe vera, on the other hand, represents the wood and water elements. It cools, soothes, and retains moisture. When these two opposite energies are placed too close together, especially near the cooking area, conflict naturally arises. The fire energy of the kitchen weakens, and the life energy of the aloe vera becomes disturbed, unable to remain stable. While this imbalance does not immediately cause major disruption, it quietly affects how well your wealth energy is nurtured. The results are often subtle and hard to identify. You may still be earning money, and your job might be stable, but you might notice it is harder to hold on to money. Household expenses may rise gradually with lots of small but frequent purchases. This creates a constant feeling of financial shortage, even if your income remains the same. It is not bad luck or unexplained hardship. It is a sign that the space meant to nurture wealth is out of rhythm. When the kitchen loses its steady warmth, wealth energy becomes unstable, flowing in and out too quickly to be saved over time. To fix this, you need to clearly separate the roles of each area. First, aloe vera should not be placed close to the stove, oven, or any area with high heat. If space allows, move the plant to another room with soft, natural light, away from direct heat sources. If you have limited space, you can place the plant on the edge of the kitchen, far enough from the heat to avoid direct conflict. When each area is restored to its proper function, balance gradually returns. The kitchen keeps its warmth and stability, while aloe vera can perform its role of regulating and harmonizing energy in a more suitable spot. These two energies no longer clash, but support each other in an indirect way. Over time, your home's wealth vault will function more smoothly, with better money retention and less waste caused by subtle imbalances. The third location to avoid: under the staircase. In Feng Shui, the space under the stairs is considered compressed and stagnant. It is where energy is forced downward unable to move freely, and usually lacks natural light. Energetically, this space is not nourishing. It traps and weakens energy. Placing aloe vera here means the plant's life force cannot develop properly. It is like a stream being blocked by a rock, unable to flow freely. In this environment, aloe vera cannot protect wealth. Instead, it often creates a feeling of being pressed down, where finances seem stuck. No matter how hard you work, it feels like you are only managing to break even, with little chance of building long-term savings. The real risk of placing aloe vera under the stairs is how quietly it affects you. There are no obvious signs, no major problems, but progress feels slow. Efforts do not pay off as expected. Plants in this area often grow crooked, with uneven leaves, faded green color, or rotting roots due to poor air circulation. These are signs that life energy is being suppressed. When the plant's energy is weighed down, the energy around it becomes sluggish too. Over time, this affects your mood, initiative, and ability to spot financial opportunities. This is not misfortune. It is simply the effect of growing a living thing in an unsuitable space. The clearest and most effective solution is to never place live plants under the stairs, especially plants like aloe vera that represent prosperity. If you already have a plant there, move it to a brighter and more open space. You can instead use the understair area for neat, clean storage and keep it dry and uncluttered to prevent heavy energy buildup. After moving the aloe vera, let the plant rest in soft, natural light for a few days so its life force can recover. Once it is no longer suppressed, the energy of your home will feel lighter, and wealth will have more space to move and grow without hidden blockages. The fourth location to avoid: the bathroom. The bathroom is a space designed to release and flush energy from the home. It gathers waste energy, is highly humid, and has airflow that moves downward and out of the living space. In Feng Shui, this is the exact opposite of the nurturing, stabilizing energy that aloe vera represents. When aloe vera is placed in a bathroom, its life force has to survive in an unfavorable environment. This throws off the already weak energy of the room even more. In this setting, the plant cannot hold on to good fortune. It becomes part of the downward energy flow, and its feng shui benefits are lost. The effects of placing aloe vera in the bathroom are subtle but noticeable. You might not see major changes, but money seems to slip away without clear reason. Small, constant expenses appear, and mental fatigue becomes more common. What is tricky is that aloe vera might still look green and healthy in the bathroom, making it seem fine. But its energy becomes stuck and cannot balance the space. It ends up drawing wealth energy down, just like the room's natural outflow. You do not need complex rituals or superstitions to fix this. Just move the aloe vera out of the bathroom as soon as possible. Clean the pot, replace the topsoil, and place it in soft, natural light for a few days. Neutral spots like the hallway, a covered balcony, or a window with gentle light are much better for helping the plant restore balance. As for the bathroom, instead of aloe vera, focus on simple ways to keep it fresh and stable. Keep it clean, close the toilet lid, and ensure warm lighting. When energy outflow is well managed, the whole house slowly regains its balance. That stability helps prevent your wealth from leaking away through unnoticed everyday habits. We have just explored some familiar areas in the home that might seem harmless, but actually affect the flow of wealth energy more than you think. Whether placing aloe vera in the right spots or avoiding harmful ones, it all shows one thing: Feng Shui does not bring instant change. It quietly builds abundance over time. When your space flows in harmony, life becomes more peaceful, and money finds reasons to stay. The true power of Feng Shui lies not in doing more, but in doing things right. A single aloe vera plant in the right place may not make you rich overnight, but it can help you protect what you already have. When your home holds good energy, that sense of calm and balance will naturally extend to your health, mindset, and everyday choices. And before you go, leave a positive affirmation in the comments below to set your energy into motion. I keep my home tidy so that wealth and good fortune can always flow freely through my space. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you can continue exploring the secrets of Feng Shui with me. Secrets that help your family hold on to blessings, protect your wealth, and preserve peace and good fortune for the long term.